Welcome here to the Wealthy Fans Football WFF hashtag DFS for KBO today, and also NPB. That's a Japanese league. I'm going to have that out for you also as well. Right now, what you're looking at here is my top pitchers, starting with cash guys at the top. Aaron Brooks for Kia, 8.4K, dropped down from 8.9K. So a good price there, projected for 20.4. That's a WFF projection right there for today, or for the early morning. Innings pitched, 5.5. Looking at a strikeout prop here, which I set up myself, five strikeouts, giving us the best total value on the slate. He has a great, just a note here, best of the slate ground ball pitching rate. So well over 50% ground ball rate, I believe, on the season for him. Just guesstimating, but 412 value, totally the best pitcher on the slate. Maybe surprising for some that it's not Rosinski, but Aaron Brooks and Chris Flexen. I'm not going to say similarly, similarly priced, very similarly priced, but going to be a couple points behind him likely. Good strikeout, innings pitched numbers, and not too bad ERA, and things that would deduct from his total score. So when you take all this into consideration here, here's maybe a surprise down here. Despain facing against Rosinski is the second worst pitching matchup. So that's likely, as a hint there, a good place to go. Any tournament, if you want to go against him, take NCD, no problem with that. But the top stacks, more so cash stacks here for the day. KIW Heroes, Kia Tigers, and Do Bears. So you want to look at these three teams. What I'm going to do with you right now specifically, thanks for watching here, by the way. You can check all this out here, though, at wealthyfantasyfootball.com. So you want to definitely hang out here and get some more data. If you just kind of scroll down, or let's say you start out at the top, you're going to see the scores for some previous days. I did not get up there, unfortunately, the previous day as of yet, but just go ahead and click on the link here, right here, WFF Discord, to get in on the channel there, to start conversing and really, seriously, what we did there on late, that was Saturday night, Sunday morning, was really just hammer out play-by-play with a particular guy, answering all the questions, just kind of really, correlating on what we want to do, when we want to play. Guys were going out of the lineup for some reason 30 minutes before. We had to make adjustments. So those are going to be critical steps in massively converting your hard-earned dollars perhaps into some cash for you. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and go first into the hitters for the slate, since we already decided upon the pitchers, and this is the hitters we're going to look at, going with. Like I mentioned here, just going to click on, I'm going to click on hitters. Let's line them up here, fantasy points per game. Taking a little bit longer on this video. Not, I'm used to doing like 5-10 minutes at the most videos, but so we're going to stack teams, a combination of Do, KIW, and Kia. Best matchups versus those pitchers. And a lot of matchups you can find here, by the way, on KBO, both for the pitchers and the hitters. You just click on any one of these games, KBO, mykbostats.com, that is. Click on this, for example. Looking down the list, you can see here Aaron Brooks has done very well versus them this year, versus Lote, 2.7 ERA, just fine. And if you look over here to the right side, you can tell how some of these guys have done versus Key in the past. So this more so includes a bullpen and all the, maybe any other pitcher they faced, as they've done not so well really. There's only a couple guys here that did over average on base percentage versus this team. So very good matchup for Brooks. Just confirming that for you. So looking back over here at the DraftKings hitters, I'm going to try to make a whole cash lineup here with you, and likely this would be the projected lineup here, or something very similar the night before. But as I mentioned, everything confirmed and updated there. Adjustments made last minute, last second in the WFF Discord area. Get in on that. So when you look at this here, and these teams we picked out so far, we just got to order this up, make sure we got the teams we want. We want to stack in our cash games. Like I mentioned, KIW, Kia, and Do. So to really break it down, Preston Tucker, I already know he's a good play based on a good floor, good ceiling. You want to take a look at his splits real quick. He is playing on the road 995. That's still good. It's fine OPS wise. Total on base plus slugging. Last game out versus Sam did not score any, but look at the numbers before that. 933, nice upside. 5, 14, 14, 6. So for the most part, there's a floor of 5, as you can see, and obviously a ceiling of 33 plus fantasy points. Average is 350. OPS, fine play. I'm going to plug him in. Keep him in there if we can afford him. I'm just going to take a quick drink here. All right. Drink of wine so you can get a little bit more relaxed sometimes at happy hour. And, oh, by the way, over in my blog area, you can get over at, go to Naked Wines, get throw it right over here. Some nice selection there of all kinds of different wines. Join a Naked Wine Club that'll suit you. So that's sexy. Now, going on back over here, Jose Fernandez. You got splits. You want to look at. He is playing away. Interestingly, over 250 percentage, 250 that is. OPS higher away. See how he's doing. Is he hot? Last 10 games, not really. Really low floor, 0 or 3 fantasy points. We're not interested in that for fantasy, DFS cash games. Here's an outfielder for Kia, Kim. Let's take a look. Showing you everything that I'm looking at, literally, to build out a 50%, 50-50 heads-up cash play. So you can score in some, perhaps doubling your money. Splits for Kim. That's Ho Ryung Kim, 3.7K, good price. Kia on the way though, away though that is. OPS not as good as at home. Don't necessarily care if though he's hot. For Kia here, looking at the 10 game, he's a bit hot. 14 to 16 fantasy points with 3 combined hits, a homer, a couple walks in the other game to get himself on base. Had a double. Generally, this is a fairly value-based player, which we can hope at this price. So we'll keep him in the pool for now and draft him out. 305 average, 999, so about 1,000 OPS. If you want to look him up here, this would actually take a while. It'll further lengthen your process. I wanted to go back to the other Kim. This is Jay Won Kim for the Doosan Bears, first base outfield combo of play there. Going back to this Kim right here. Okay, he was, no, I'm sorry. Let's go back to the Kim we were just on. H Kim for KIW, the Heroes. 10.1 fantasy points per game. If you want to take his name, this is Ha-Seong Kim. And put it in here in Fangraphs, you'll get something, hopefully. Fangraphs.com. Copy and paste. See if his name comes up. It'll help us out a little bit. If you want to save some time in here, I haven't shown this in a while. You can go to the DFS Army. Just click on the link in the description to go ahead and get it in here at a special deal price. During Major League Baseball, hopefully we get a season. There's all these different things, a lot more info, even weather station data. So you can look at all these different things, rankings and so forth. I'm not going to go ahead and I'm not going to log in here for now, but for the KBO, it's limited. They got a research station, which they had different kind of stats that you'll see here in Fangraphs. It's kind of exported over there, and the articles are free. You can check those out anytime. And the cheat sheets are what their recommended plays are. Of course, they break it up by cash and GPP type plays. So, doing it the hard way though for now. Just plugging them in here and see what we got. Ha-Seong Kim, international player. So we'll bring up his, pulling up his KBO stats here real quick. Just going to look at the stats so far this year. We'll also take a look back, at 2019, see how that looked. Just compare for a moment. He's a righty, 24-year-old, 5'9", 167, plays a DH. Just waiting for that to pull up. So he's got a 223 ISO, really good. Wobo 396, very good. OBP on base 394, slugging 497. Very good all-around play. Batting average 274. If we are exactly on the same player, I just want to confirm one more time. 274 batting average, yeah. So we can look at him. Just want to confirm again one more time before we decide to put him in the pool, because this is a more expensive player. Ha-Seong Kim, 20 and 32. Wow, he's hot. So we're going to go ahead and put him in a shortstop. Okay. If we want to look at the matchup, look at the KIW heroes. I'm going to try to get an idea here of what we need on this site. Oh, we got to go over to RotoWire just to give us an idea. These are confirmed later on. You know, not the MVP. We need the KBO lineups. Yep, there we go. That's rotowire.com. Go to KBO/daily-lineups, or just Google it. It's easier. So you want to go to here, the KIW's lineup. Their shortstop, as mentioned, Kim, batting second. Perfect matchup versus a lefty. Wow, we got to play him. Kind of a must play. Okay, so he's in there. All right. We're going to go back up to, let's see. Oh, what we did with the other Kim was we left him in. We already had him over here. That's why we didn't see him on the left anymore. So we got two Kims in there. Really good plays. Now we're going to at least look to see who else we can get and afford here. Let's look at the next Kim. First base outfield guy I didn't mention. But let's go ahead and see if we can, or get an estimation if we can afford him, if it's worth it rather. So value-based matchup. OPS on the road, very good. 977 compared to 501. Last 10 games, pretty good. I would take him for the upside. However, the floor, we don't know what will happen. So let's see if he'll plug into the first base for now. We can replace him. Just have to remember that if we find somebody cheaper, we might have to save that money. There he is. He's in there at first. By the way, we got to put our pitchers in there that we decided on already. That is Brooks, and we wanted Flexen, right? Let's double check. Over at wealthyfantasyfootball.com. Who do we want? Flexen. Put him in there. Don't question it. All right. So going ahead now back over to the hitters. We're going to look at the next guy. Are we considering this guy? Jung-Hoo Lee, KIW. Maybe we can get a little stat going besides the one guys we already have in addition to that. Very good. Batting average, 381. 1086 OPS. 10.7 fantasy points per game. His splits show. This being a road game, the 952 compared to 1215, still not bad. 10 game, he did get a 0. Pulling on down here more. Got some solid games and some down games. So we're looking at upside here. Once again, that's if we can afford him. If it fits our stack, let's just put him in for now. Jung-Hoo Lee. And so already you may notice here we got 3 KIW guys here, right? No, we got 2 KIWs, and we got 2 Kias, 1 Do guy. Let's see if these guys, how they kind of line up in the KIW lineups here. Kim and Lee for KIW. Going back over here. Okay, we know Kim was batting second, righty versus lefty. That's great. Lee batting as a lefty versus a lefty. Not so crazy about that, but this guy, Yeon-Sik Kim, he's a relief pitcher, and he's not going to stay in the game. So, therefore, I'm not worried about a lefty playing lefty because he's probably not going to play that long. He's a 20-year-old rookie who didn't really get any time starting thus yet so far. However, he's a third-round overall pick per my notes on WFF, but combined with that, this being a bad matchup for him, he's not likely to stay in there. So we're not worried about that. If we want to go ahead and stack Kim and Lee, second and third respectively, that's how they line up in the morning. We'll go ahead and do that. Now, moving on here. Let's see what we got. 2,100 salary. Kook for Do, outfield. Let's see what we got here. This guy playing. Had 4 at-bats, 5 at-bats here, 4 at-bats last several games. What is going on here now? Okay, So this seems a little bit crazy. As the past couple games, he's went well over 10 fantasy points. Is only 2.1K. How are we going to pass that up? We're not. $2,100. Wow. Um, let's see if we can find Cook in the lineup. Perhaps we might have to look to yesterday's. We can do that as well here for Dew. A favorable pitching matchup overall, of course. Here we go. Versus Taeho Kim. He's a lefty. And where is he? It's not showing. This must be the guy. Ha-Sung K-U-K. Is this guy a Ha-Sung? Yes, he is. So it's the same guy. They do that, they misspell the name. So remember, he's batting last. However, that price and what he's done performance-wise, you might as well go ahead and put him in. If we can fit him in, we're going to take out the guy we said we're going to take out. That's the last guy we put in here, so we can get him in there. That's this 4,800 guy here. KIW kind of messes up our stack, doesn't it? Let's look at a Kia stack. See if that's good. Tucker and Kim. Let's combine these guys. Kia, Tucker, Hoyer, Rayong, Kim. This is a very favorable situation. Even though it's a righty on righty, that's fine. On the road, I like. And lefty versus righty, I like, of course. Batting first and second, I don't mind that at all. Let's go with these guys. That was the first Kim I picked out. So let's stay with this Kim double stack here. And then we're going to put in now, as I took out the Kim we didn't want at the bottom, we're going to put in. Where'd the guy go? Okay, here we go, 2,100 guy. And we got a lot of room to play with now. 3,600 per player left. We got a catcher, second base, third baseman. Beautiful. Can't go wrong with this, man. Okay, back over to the hitters. Fantasy points per game, once again, a line. Seo, we're looking at for KIW. Maybe we can build on that KIW stack along with the Kia stack. Once again, since we have the 9th batter and the 2nd batter in that lineup, which is very good. Splits here, $4,100 player. First or second base, we can put him at. Away, 878. I like it. So far, thus far, 816 OPS on the year, 284 batting average. That's fine. 4 home runs, a bit of pop. 21 fantasy points last game. 5, 2, and 5 the last several games. Looking back more, could be a good value play. I like to think of it more of from the Fangraph perspective as far as the ISO and the WOBA, stuff like that. Let's put his name in here, plug it in. Just have to wait on it. Take a drink while it comes up. Showing you guys all the nuts and bolts. What to do here, what to expect. All right, so we're on Seo. Here he is, Chang Ho Seo. No, that's not him. Nope, that's not him. So I don't see him there, actually. This is not a guy, I have not found him before on Fangraphs. This is not a guy that's updated there on their site. So you're not going to find him. You might just have to decide whether to plug him in and go or leave him be and find somebody else. At 4,100, we'll plug him in for now. See where it lines up. I'm going to go to second. The way my construction is lining up here, second base. There we go. He's plugged in there. Seo, though, where's he likely batting? For KIW, likely first. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. This is a really good lineup. We got catcher and third left, right? So we need a catcher or third. There's a catcher right here. Makes it easy when it's narrowed down to a couple more positions. Splits for Dong Won Park, 5.3K. We got the money, I believe. He is on the road. Away games 902. OPS. Batting average 304. OPS total of 933. Last few games hasn't done anything. He's cold. Based on that, let's move on. KIW catcher. Where's he batting at, though, in this order? Just wondered. Fourth. Wow. So he's tempting, right? Just stick him in there. Complete the stack. Perhaps 3-man. That'll be actually a 4-man stack. But perhaps not for cash. Okay, let's look on here. Third baseman we need, or catcher. Looking on down the line. Are we going to find one? Here's a guy, Seon Woo Oh. Possibly he's a 3K. Who is a 2K guy right there? Oh no, he's not playing. He's on the IL. Splits here for the Kia Tigers. 3K player, nice and reasonable play. Last game at bats was 3. Let's confirm that here. Last game 1. Here it shows at bat 1. On the 21st, 1 at bat. So we're not interested in him getting 1 at bat. Not at all. Okay, let's let that go. Move on to the next guy. Day to day here, it doesn't matter. Park, Purdue, 3.1K. We can certainly afford that. We got 3,300 per player left. Splits. Purdue, we like do on the road, 804 OPS. That's fine. As long as we can get some pop out of this guy or something upside wise, we certainly do get that. He got 4 RBI, 2-hit game the other game. He's got 4 hits last 5 total actually. Last 4 games. Great. Plug him in there. We build upon our little do stack. So we got 3 stacks going. He's stacked with Kim, the first baseman. Let's see how it looks here on this end for Do. The catcher here in Kim, the outfielder, where is he? Or DH, Jaewon Kim. So they're not really stacked together. It's not really considered a stack for me, just because they're so far apart in the order. So we got 3,600 left. Let's see if we get a third base or not in one of these orders. We may not. Let's take a look up here. Seon Woo Oh, I believe we looked at him already for 3K. He would fit right in there nicely, actually. We can afford even him or the other guy, Park for Kia. Let's take another look at him. Still up for consideration. OPS away. He's not. Well, let's see. He's getting some at bats. This is the question here, though. At bats here, 1-1-1. This is why we don't like him. We're not going there. Once again, sorry to review that again for you. But here we got this guy, 3,500 to fit right in there for Kia. Let's see if we can stack him in our lineup. Splits on the road. 385 OPS. Jeez. Not doing much. Well, let's see here. Didn't do anything last game, but before that, prior to that, he had 8, 10, and 21 fantasy points due to a couple hits in each game. Wow. Hope we get back to that, right? And a hit streak for a little bit there. So it's a bit of a tough call because his numbers on the year is only 576 OPS, 324 batting average. You know, whether we can pull him up in Fangraphs or not. Take a look. Let's not mess with that. All right, screw that. Let's go back over here. Let's take our one-off play and put everybody, all the options out there on the table so you can see it. It's better to do this here as an example of what best to do and how to construct these cash lineups. Okay, now we're going to go all games. Still on third base, trying to fill in our spot here, our slot. So we got Min-Soo Kim. He's playing Brooks, though. No thank you. That's our top pitcher. We already looked at him. We looked at that guy. He's on IL. Park we looked at for Kia. Not going there. There's a guy versus Bell, Chad Bell. He's not bad here. For the Samsung Lions, let's take a look. Could be our best option, really. 3,300, we can afford him. Batting average and OPS is low, lower than average for a KBO play. It's at home, 8-12 on the road, though. Very good split in his favor. Let's see if he's done anything the past few games. Not much. 0, 5, 3, and 2 fantasy points. Let's see if we got to take another deeper look, see if we got any better options here before we finalize this lineup. Let's see. Got this guy, third baseman for KIW. He's playing Kim, a lefty. We didn't look at him when we had this the KIW guys up. So splits here, It's only $2,500 on the road. 864 OPS, very favorable. 10 game last few games though, not much at all. Feels like we already looked at this guy. Let's move on. It's now becoming very cumbersome to try to get someone here in that's going to help you out at all. Here's a guy that's playing Chow. Maybe he's a righty. So we want versus a lefty, right? No, whoever this guy is, Tae Hyung No. Does he get enough at bats? He's in an away game at 1056 OPS. Very interesting. More so than the other guys. 350 batting average, 908 OPS. That was my question. Will he get the at bats? Maybe, maybe not. Is he in the starting lineup? Let's look for no in the Hanwha Eagles starting lineup. We don't want to play this team. They're bad, but maybe we get the value spot we need here. Here he is, Tae-Young No, batting 8th, lefty versus lefty as long as he stays in back of the order. So he's not going to get a whole lot of at-bats because of that. But we are down to fewer options than we really want to have to try to use. So he's got to go in there. If it makes us feel any bit better, maybe we can get him looked up here or look him up on DFS Army research station page, as this is not coming up right now on Fangraphs, as we can consider that. But basically, this is it. 500 remaining. Put it in there. A lot of times in the KBO, I've come up with lineups that were good in cash for leaving like $1,500, $2,000 maybe dollars on the table, even more. So keep that in mind. You don't have to do that on a necessarily daily basis. So there you go. Lock it up. Load it. That's in. That's done. I'm set. I would probably normally spend a bit more time looking at different, Fangraph stats and so forth. Like I mentioned, the ISO, the WOBA, on base and slugging. But the OPS is right there on the DraftKings. You can always see how they're doing this year. Just kind of want to compare, look to see how they're doing last year and so forth. What kind of a player are they normally? Or you can check that out over KBO Stats. Type in their name in the search bar and go from there. So that's it. We're set up now to, this is our projected lineup here for the night at least. It's only 5:13 p.m. But, we want to confirm the KBO lineups, and that's pretty much it. But the weathers, just a quick look here. The weathers look okay, 0% chance of rain. And then also Japanese, get in on that. Some tournament plays will put in there. Only tournament for Japanese League. There's no, it's very off base from what is a normal, standard cash type of a play in the KBO. So, all right, that's it. Check everything out there. Start out with wealthyfantasyfootball.com. We'll talk to you all then, hopefully in on the Discord chat area.